That is a strong motivation right there from Winston Churchill. You're welcome to The Conversation, showing on your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. We're reaching you from Nigeria's federal capital city, Abuja. My name is Merciful Ajinimo. Before we bring you the crux of the conversation, which is the big story, let's just have COVID-19 update from across Africa, and after that, the big story. It's The Conversation, and of course you can be a part of our social media community on TOS TV network, and that is you have to follow us across all our social media platforms at Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, and the handle is at TOS TV network. And don't forget to stay updated on our website www.tostvnetwork.com. And our YouTube is actually on the screen, so you can like and subscribe so you do not miss out on our amazing content we have for you each day. It's the big story, and this time we focus on Kaduna State government's report on what has happened in 2021. That is, bandits killed 1,192 and kidnapped 3,348 in 2021, and that's coming from the Kaduna State Governor, El-Rufai, Malam Nasir El-Rufai. And joining us in the studio to analyze this is our in-house journalist, Adebayo Fajimi. You're welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Of course, this is not new. We've always spoken about the issue of insecurity, bandit attacks, and people that have been kidnapped and killed in Kaduna State and Northeast Nigeria. What do you make of this report just last night and yesterday?
The report is a very bad one, not good at all. And even though this is official report, how about the unofficial one? So, but no matter the case, what is bad, and there is no any other thing we can call it than bad. So it is a very sad development, going on in Nigeria, and I think the government needs to, come up higher and do something decisive to ensure that this problem, comes to an end, because we can't continue this way.
Yes, our governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, he spoke about the number of residents, which I've just spoken about, and the people that were kidnapped, pegging the number at 1,192 and kidnapped 3,348. Now, the Guardian newspaper reported this morning that the statistics mean that an average of 3 residents were killed daily in 2021 and 9 were kidnapped daily in 2021. And the Christian Association of Nigeria has come out to say he should resign. Is this statistics enough for a sitting governor of a state in Nigeria to resign?
Well, in this part of the world, we take leadership with levity and we don't attach so much importance to it. And leadership is responsibility. In fact, it is about destination. It's about moving people from point A to point B. If you cannot lead people from where they are to lead them to a better destination, then it is no leadership. But in this part of the world, we have people in leadership system who sit tight and who don't even have any sense of responsibility. So any problem that is going on, they always want to abdicate responsibility. The chairman in Kaduna is right, but if we should look at it critically, resignation is not the best solution to this, because if he resigns and we do not address the root, the root cause, the problem of what is really causing this issue, we are not going to make headway. So I think what we really need to focus on, rather than deploring hardware and combating these people, is let us address the root cause of this matter. What is really the issue? Have we not only poverty, we have political grievances, injustice is part of it, and you can see all this going around the country. So if we can address this issue, because don't forget, the reason why I'm not really supporting him resign is because even terrorism is a global phenomenon. So we need to really be to be decisive and ensure that this thing we reduce it to the barest minimum, if not totally.
Some newspapers reported that the Kaduna State Governor is calling for help from the federal government. What do you make of that?
Yeah, the federal government should come and establish a theater, whatever in Kaduna. But the question is, how many states will federal government establish that? Because insecurity is a very big challenge for us as a nation at the moment. So if he's requesting for one in Kaduna state, and maybe the governor from my state is also requesting for one, I think that is not really the issue. So the government need to, they are saying they are trying their best, but the best is not enough. So there is injustice. There is no sense of belonging. Political grievances is there. Because, you know, it saddens me when I see politicians, you know, in offices, and all they just care about is themselves alone. So when they are campaigning, you see all manner of things they will be telling you, but the moment they get to the office, they just forget where they are coming from. Even the campaign promises, the manifesto, they just throw it inside the bin, which does not supposed to be so. So that is not enough. So calling the federal government, in fact, and that even tells us that, you know, the kind of system of government we are running is faulty. As a sitting governor of a state, you don't have control over the security architecture of your states until you come to the central. I mean, the center rather. So the system is not good enough for us. So rather than, you know, calling for help, fine, it's good to call for help. But as long as we are not ready to really, you know, attack this issue, you know, address it very well and just try to, like, there is one proverb in Yoruba, they say, they will say, okay, that you have a problem, so somebody who is paralyzed, you say, you are just looking at the top, you are not looking at the bottom. So we don't really need to focus on what is at the top right now, but rather focus on what is at the bottom and see what is really this problem. How can, as we are combating the problem at the top, then at the same time we need to be combating the issue at the bottom. So when we if we can do this, and, you know, every effort from every angle is complementing one another, I think we can make a headway rather than all this narrative.
So you've spoken about the fact that we need to look at the problem at the bottom. What do you think, coming from your own perspective, do you think are some of these issues that we face as a country, and especially the states that are ridden with all these banditry attacks?
Yeah, I've said it repeatedly. Poverty is part of it. Injustice, political grievances, people are being marginalized. Nigeria is heterogeneous in nature, and when you have people like Nigeria, a setting like Nigeria, you need people, especially leaders, who are not sentimental, people who can unify every angle, people who can move people from point A to point B, regardless of your culture, regardless of your ethnic group. So I think that is what we need. So taking military hardware to these people will not solve this problem, but rather we need to do more than that and ensure that we address all these silent areas. With that, we'll make a hardware.
All right, thank you so much for joining us on the show today.
It's a pleasure.
And thank you, viewers, for staying tuned to the conversation. Don't forget, we come your way every Mondays to Fridays at 11 a.m. My name is Merciful Ajinowo. Thank you so much for joining us today. Bye for now.